Guys, welcome to Better Bachelor. My name is Joker with a face for radio and a voice for print. Today I got a couple of stories. I'll pin them together on Locals and on Rumble as a longer form video in YouTube. On YouTube, I'll snip them up because I got to cut it apart for the dating profiles of the day. Anyway, since YouTube doesn't like me doing those anymore, here we'll jump right into it. The horror media labels man a creep for flirting. There was a poll done at a college, and it was something like 30% of men had never even gone out on a date with a girl, and they were afraid to talk to women and ask them out because they would get shamed on social media after getting turned down. And if you've seen Reddit and some of these other sites, guys are shy, guys are awkward sometimes, and it's usually up to the guys to ask the girl out. So when a guy does this, and maybe he does it a little awkward and a little uncomfortable, back in my day, the girl would usually be nice and say, oh, no, I appreciate it, thank you, but no. And yes, she might whisper to her friends, and if the guy was one of the nerdy, shy, weird guys in the class, the 3 or 4 or 5 of them might have had a laugh. Maybe even everybody in our grade might have heard about it if it was exceptionally awkward. However, now, if you ask a woman out and it doesn't go well, not only are you shamed on social media, but apparently you can be in the news because of it. And granted, it may not be your name out there, but if they say, a woman in South Burbank, California, there's only 2 or 3 Starbucks there. And so you can kind of go viral for that. And this is actually from Australia, of course, one of the more woke areas in the world. But this is on news.com.au. So this is a relatively big story. A woman orders a coffee at Starbucks and finds creepy secret note on the cup from the barista. Now, a creepy secret note. Oh, so maybe he did something very underhanded and dirty. No, he thought he was being cute and original, and it made national news. A woman was stunned after she ordered a coffee from Starbucks and received a creepy note from the barista on the cup. Now, you ready, guys? It's very now. I don't look at her and say she's a supermodel by any means. So maybe he was just trying to flirt. But it looks down here on the bottom of the cup. It looks like it normally says like careful. The beverage you're enjoying is something hot or whatever, and he just lined some stuff out and circled it, and it just says, careful, you're hot. I think that's what it says, looking at the cup. They say she took to TikTok to share a video after being given the cup, on top of which the Starbucks employee had written, secret message. He'd also drawn an arrow down to the small print on the back of the cup. On there, he'd blacked out certain words in the sentence so that it said, careful, you're extremely hot. What just happened at Starbucks, she wrote on the video before adding in the caption that she was never going back there. So, again, this is virtue signaling, because if she didn't really, here's the thing, right? She could have walked away from this saying, oh, that was sweet. That really made my day. A guy flirted with me a little bit, said something nice about me. Oh, that makes my day a little bit. Nope, she didn't do that. What'd she do instead? Decides to shame the guy on TikTok, which ends up going viral and then ends up on the news. Ladies, if you want to know why men don't ask you out anymore, this is why. If you want to know why men couldn't be bothered anymore with any of it, this stuff is why. So you know what? And when I see stories like this is just a big reason why when women say, where are the good men? Why don't men ask us out anymore? We can't be bothered. We get shamed. We get put down, we get insulted, we get made fun of, we get called being a creep, all just for trying to come up with a creative way to maybe send a girl a compliment or ask for her number. And it makes me angry because there are a lot of maybe younger or inexperienced guys or guys that are shy that are trying to come up with ways to say, hey, you know what? I think you're attractive. Maybe I'd like to ask you out. Or he thought it would be cute. And instead, he's completely shamed. So as men shut down, as men stop getting married, as men stop wanting families, as men start keeping all the money for themselves and just living a lavish lifestyle, or his best lavish, or maybe even a simple lifestyle, on their own. They don't spend money in society. They don't buy the fancy cars or the jewelry. When jewelry stores close and flower shops close, when all that crap goes away, you can blame the women for it, not the men, because the women are the root of all this evil. The barista's cheeky move divided opinion among those leaving comments on the video. Someone said, that's smooth, not going to lie. Another added, be glad someone made their shot. It's rare these days. And that's exactly what I'm saying. It's going to be rare, and it's going to get more and more rare. It's going to get more and more rare. And a third wrote, it's cute. Girls say guys never do anything. He just put his heart out to you. Others were less than impressed, with one commenting, this is probably illegal. You could sue. That right there is a woke person. That's a feminist woke person. Tell you right now. The minute someone's like, oh, he was putting, what's the word I'm looking for? He was unwantedly making advances on you. You should bring a lawsuit. Yeah, it says you're extremely hot. I think I mean, honestly, it's creative. That's something I probably would have done if I were in my late teens or early 20s. Because you're trying to be original. You're trying to be creative. Too many times women say, don't just say hi. Don't just come up and be creative. Men should go put themselves out there. And then when a guy does, this is what he gets. So again, and I'm going to keep reading this, but again, I want to reemphasize this. Guys, those of you guys that are like, I can't be bothered with asking girls out, or I feel like they're against me, or I feel like unless you're super, because I'll tell you, if this guy was mega Chad, she would have turned right back around, parked her car, gone through the drive-thru again to ask for his number. But again, when they're like, oh, no more men talk to me, this is why. Somebody else says, this imbecilic tomfoolery has gone too far. Apparently they were 70 years old. Another added, they forgot to scrub the "you're out." So it should have said, let's see, what was the original message again? I forget. No, I forget what the original one. It's careful, you're extremely hot. They should have scratched out the "you're" and just said careful, extremely hot. Okay. Some even thought that she'd written it on the cup herself to get more TikTok views. I got to be honest with you. That would not surprise me at all. That would not surprise me at all. Someone else says, ain't no way a guy got a handwriting like that. Someone argued. Now let's go back up to the secret message. Yeah, I could, that kind of, I don't know, a guy could write like that. But someone else says, got a feeling you did it yourself, another person wrote, while another comment read, never happened. So one of two things, okay? But all have the same result. One of two things. Number one, some guy tried this. He got embarrassed. He got shamed in AustralianNews.com. And men like you guys that watch my videos, or maybe just guys surfing the news, see this and they're like, man, why am I going to even be bothered with this anymore? Why am I going to try to talk to women just to get shamed on national news? That's the first. Now, number two, let's say it's fake and she made it up for clicks and attention on TikTok, which nowadays, as narcissistic and self-important everybody feels they are, maybe she did do it. What's the end result? Same thing. Guys see this and they say, you know something? Number one, she's not that hot. I mean, she's cute, but she's not that hot. Number two, they see the same results. Man, this guy got called out. Or maybe she faked it again, but nobody knows. But even if somebody realizes she faked it, maybe, and even if we say today, oh, she faked this, that means she's a narcissistic, self-centered woman. And guys are like, yeah, too many of them are like this now, and I don't want to date women like that. And the irony is they try to make a guy look bad out of all this, and all women are doing is eating their own bowl full of L's. Because she either comes across as fake, or to normal people, to normal men, and probably many women that would say, "Wow, this is kind of creative and cute." She comes off as a witch, and then the news calling it out makes guys say, "Man, I'm just not into this anymore. It is not worth it. I'm out. And then they worry about population decline and no one getting married, and men not spending money in the economy because they can buy a used car and buy a very small property and a piece of land. They pay it off. They live free for the next 30 years, barely paying back into the economy. And they wonder why, they wonder why men are feeling ostracized. It's incredible. All right, for those of you on YouTube, please join me over on betterbachelor.locals.com or on Rumble, where I'll do the dating profile of the day, because YouTube doesn't like me to do them over here anymore.